Imagine you step into a dark room, ancient mirrors hanging in the air, each one reflecting a different you. This isn't some Hollywood sci-fi flick. It's an idea whispered through the ages by wise ones who saw beyond the everyday. Have you ever felt the world shift in a blink? A key not where you left it, a memory that flickers, a moment where time freezes? Is it just your imagination? Or are you slipping through invisible doors into parallel realities science and spirit are only starting to unravel? In this video, we're embarking on a mind-blowing journey, unlocking the mystery of parallel realities. You'll discover that life isn't a straight line, but a sprawling web of possibilities where you're not just watching, you're creating. We'll hunt down the subtle signs in your daily grind, the jaw-dropping breakthroughs that shatter what's real, and the ways you can shape the world around you. From quantum labs to ancient secrets, from your brain's hidden wiring to the rituals of lost tribes. This is about waking up to your power, whether you're just opening your eyes or diving deeper into the abyss. If this sparks something in you, hit that like button to fuel this ride, and subscribe. Tap the bell too, so you don't miss the next door we crack open. Take a deep breath, let your senses hum, and step through the first mirror with me. Ready? Here we go. You've stepped through that first mirror with me. Now imagine those mirrors don't just show your face. They reveal versions of your life you've never lived, paths you didn't take. Sounds like a movie plot, right? But it's not pure fantasy. Science and ancient mysteries are painting a picture together, one where reality isn't the solid ground you thought it was. Let's start with the lab coats. Quantum physicists, those folks obsessed with the tiniest building blocks of everything, have this wild idea called the multiverse. Every choice, every event, could split the universe into different versions. Say you nearly missed the bus but caught it just in time. In another reality, you're still standing at the stop, your whole day gone sideways. There's this experiment, the double slit, that proves it gets weirder. Just by watching something, you change how it behaves. Your attention, your mind, might be bending the world right now. But this isn't a modern breakthrough alone. Thousands of years ago, wise ones saw it too. In the East, they drew mandalas, circles within circles, to map out layers of existence stacking up. In the West, Plato dreamed of a cave where what we see is just shadows of a bigger truth. And then there's the wild stuff. Hidden masters stepping between worlds like it's a stroll in the park. No tech, just a belief that the mind unlocks it all. What's the thread here? Science and mystery agree. Reality isn't a brick wall. It's a river, flowing, branching. You're not just riding it, you're steering. Your thoughts, your focus, they nudge the current. But how do you know when you've switched streams? How do you catch the moment reality tilts under your feet? That's what's coming next. Those whispers from the cosmos. They're showing up in your life, and they're louder than you think. Keep your ears open because this is about to get personal. We've talked about reality as a river, shifting, splitting with every choice you make. And if that's true, there are moments when the water ripples, when you feel the shift. Those whispers I mentioned, they're not just pretty words. They're real, popping up in your day-to-day if you pay attention. Here's an easy one. You're dead sure you left your phone on the counter last night. Swear on it. Morning comes and it's in your jacket pocket. You laugh it off, blame a foggy brain. Or you're walking, and déjà vu hits hard. I've lived this before. But wait, the street sign's wrong, a different shade than it should be. Strange. Huh? These aren't slip-ups. They could be hints you've slid through a mirror, landed in a tweak of your world. It's not just stuff moving either. Ever had a memory unravel? You're positive you watched a flick with a buddy years back, but they say it never happened. Or there's the Mandela effect. Tons of people swearing a movie line was one way, but the tape says different. Science has a take, neuroplasticity. Your brain's no safe. It's an artist, repainting the past to fit the now. So when reality jumps, your mind smooths the edges. But what if it's not just a trick? What if you've hopped a branch? Now let's get eerie. Way back, before tech, people felt these shifts too. Seers and shamans would sense a buzz in their bones right before the world flipped. They saw cups slide, shadows dance, signs of other realms brushing close. Science says maybe they were onto something. Your nerves can pick up shifts your brain hasn't clocked yet. A little tilt in the air, a nudge from another you. But it's not always tiny. Some days you wake up clear, like a veil's lifted you didn't know was there. You're lighter, sharper, reset. Or you've had a close call. Car swerves, you brace, and somehow you're fine. Heart racing, but it's surreal, like time warped to save you. These aren't flukes. They're the universe winking, whispering, "You're not where you were." What's it mean? Those signs, phone, déjà vu, memory twists, they're breadcrumbs. Reality's flexible, and you're not bumbling through blind. Your brain, your energy, they're dialed in, catching the signals. So what's the move when you see them? How do you turn a flicker into a flame? That's where this river deepens. You're not just floating, you're starting to steer. You're spotting those breadcrumbs now, the phone jump, the déjà vu, that surreal dodge. You're not just drifting, you've got the paddle. But who's steering? What's behind those shifts? Picking the river's next turn. It's not some cosmic boss. It's you, your consciousness. And that's where we dive deep. Let's break it down. You probably think consciousness is just your inner chatter, reminding you about groceries, stressing over work. What if it's bigger? Not a passenger, but the captain? Plato hinted at this ages ago. The world's a shadow, and your mind taps the real deal. Science is catching up. Neuroscientists say consciousness doesn't just sit there. It shapes what you see. Studies show belief can heal your body, your mind bending reality, not the reverse. Now let's get mystical. Ancient seekers, sages in silence, mystics in prayer, knew this. They'd still their minds till they felt other worlds graze theirs. Meditation wasn't escape, it was tuning in. In the West, they saw the soul as a spark of the infinite, not just watching but weaving. Science nods, focus your attention, and your brain rewires. New paths light up, old ones dim. Your consciousness is rewriting the map. What's that mean for you right now? You're not stuck in a rerun. You're live, directing the scene. Those reality flips, the phone, the clarity, they're your consciousness stretching. Problem is, we're usually too distracted, scrolling, stressing, to notice. The paddle's drifting. Want to grab it? Start small. Next time you're brushing your teeth, stop. Breathe. Feel it, the hum, the taste. That's you plugging into now, where steering happens. The ancients got this, meditation was showing up. Science proves it. Presence quiets autopilot, sharpens control. Like waking up in the dream. It's not just feeling good. It's what's next. Steer with intent, thoughts, focus, energy, and you aim higher. That close call? That clarity? Previews of you at the wheel. Tune in more, and you'll see how much power you've got to pick the next world. That's the key here. Consciousness isn't fluffy. It's your pass to the show. And if you're wondering how to wield it, how to turn nudges into leaps, stick around. We're getting practical because knowing you're the captain is step one. Sailing's where the magic ignites. That collective shift isn't just happening out there. It's pulling you in. What are you going to do about it? You're not sailing solo. Your river flows into an ocean, shaped by everyone. Your crew, your town, this wild society we're all in. What if these rules don't just work for you, but for us all? Reality's collective too. Think about it. Your daily world news, ads, the neighborhood buzz, isn't chance. It's a story we've agreed on. Sociologists call it shared reality. Our beliefs and habits set what's normal. Like how we all nod that traffic's a drag. But it's not locked in. It's a river branch and it shifts, sometimes sneaky. Ideas like a flat earth ruled once, then poof, gone. The collective mind turned, reality tagged along. This isn't new. Ancient tribes knew how to nudge it. Shamans in the Americas sipped ayahuasca under the stars, saw visions. Whole groups sinking to pull their reality somewhere new. Their art, their lives shifted. Today we binge shows, scroll feeds, and boom, same trends everywhere. Same game, new toys. But here's the wild part. That ocean's speeding up. People are waking up, millions, not just us. A century ago, it was coal and clocks. Now it's mindfulness and quantum dots. Humanity's jumping tracks, from stuff to energy, connection. Tech's part of it, sure. But what if it's bigger? A collective leap to a new rulebook? This hits you because you're in it. Your shifts, choosing calm over chaos, ripple out. One person steering changes the vibe. Enough of us do it, and the ocean turns. You're the captain, but also a wave. And that sea's gaining steam. Next, we're zooming in, taking this and making it yours right now. Knowing the collective's moving is cool. Riding it on purpose? That's power. You're awake. You're alive. You're ready to move from drifting to driving this thing. And that's where the real transformation starts. Not waiting for the world to change, but stepping up to shape it one choice at a time. Let's get practical, because this isn't about floating in some cosmic cloud. It's about right here, right now. You've got tools, and they're simpler than you think. First up, visualization. Not just daydreaming about a beach vacation, but seeing the you that's already shining stronger, freer, rooted in purpose. Picture it like planting a seed in your mind. You close your eyes, breathe deep, and see that light breaking through the soil of your soul. Studies back this up. Your brain doesn't care if it's real or imagined. When you visualize, neurons fire, pathways form, and your body starts acting like that version of you is already here. Athletes do it. CEOs do it. Why not you? But it's not enough to see it, you've got to feel it. Emotions are your compass. Joy, peace, love. They're the wind in your sails, pushing you toward a reality that matches that glow. Fear, doubt, anger? They're anchors dragging you back. Science calls this the placebo effect. When you feel something strongly enough, your body rewires itself to make it true. Doctors have seen patients heal faster just because they believed they would. That's not magic. That's your spirit waking up, telling the universe, this is where I'm headed. And here's where the old ways meet the new. Spiritual seekers, those wild souls who climbed mountains or sat under trees for years, knew this secret. They'd meditate until their minds turned still as glass, reflecting a light that wasn't just theirs, but something bigger. They didn't call it neuroscience. They called it awakening. But today, we've got the scans to prove it. Meditation doesn't just calm you down. It grows your brain's roots, thickens the parts that control focus and resilience. 10 minutes a day, eyes closed, breathing into that quiet space inside. It's like handing your spirit the keys to the wheel. Now let's make it stick. Small habits are your wings. Want a reality where you're healthier? Start with a glass of water instead of soda. Want peace? Write one sentence every night. Something you're grateful for. Something that lights you up. These aren't chores. They're signals. Each tiny move says, this is who I am now. And the more you do it, the more that seed you planted grows. Until one day, you look around and realize the dirt's turned to gold. Your outer world shifts because your inner world demanded it. But here's the heart of it. You're not doing this alone. Those shamans I mentioned, they chant together, dance together, call down that bigger light as a tribe. You've got that too. Not just the collective out there, but the spark inside you that's tied to it all. Some call it soul, some call it source. Whatever it is, it's awake now, whispering, you've got this. And when you listen, really listen, you feel it. A pulse, a hum, a fire that's been there all along, waiting for you to fan it. This isn't about perfection. It's about direction. You don't have to leap mountains in a single bound. Just take one step toward the light. Mess up? That's fine. The river doesn't judge. It flows. Science says every habit you build, every thought you shift, carves a new groove in your brain. Spirituality says every breath you take with intention lifts your wings a little higher. Together, they're telling you the same thing. You're not stuck. You're not small. You're a force unfolding. So here's your move. Today, right after this, pick one thing. Visualize it. Feel it. Do it. Maybe it's 5 minutes of silence, letting that inner light flicker. Maybe it's swapping a complaint for a thank you. Watch what happens. Because this is where the rubber meets the road. You're not just seeing the signs or steering the ship. You're building the wings to fly. And when you do, those big shifts, those wild leaps we've been hinting at, they're not far off. They're next. Those wings you're building, they're not just for gliding. They're for soaring. Sometimes the wind doesn't just lift you. It slams into you, cracks the sky open, and everything you thought you knew falls apart. That's what we're diving into now. The moments when reality doesn't just shift, it breaks wide open, and you're left standing in the storm wondering how you got there. Picture this. You're driving home, rain pounding the windshield, and out of nowhere, a truck swerves into your lane. Time slows, your heart stops. Then, bam, you're on the other side, safe, shaking like the universe hit pause and rewrote the script. Or maybe it's quieter, but just as wild. You're sitting alone, staring out a window, and suddenly a wave of knowing crashes over you. Like a truth you've always carried finally ignites. These aren't accidents. They're breakthroughs, reality's edges splitting, showing you there's more underneath. Science has a word for this: quantum superposition. It's a mouthful, but it's simple at its core. Everything, every possibility, exists at once until something locks it in. That truck? In one version, you didn't make it. In this one, you did. And something, your gut, your focus, your spark, tipped the scales. Researchers can't pin it down completely, but they've seen particles flip states in labs like they're choosing their own path. Now scale that up. What if those split-second escapes are you doing the same thing? Jumping tracks when the stakes get high. But this isn't new tech. It's old wisdom in disguise. Think of the mystics who'd vanish into the desert, chasing visions in the heat. Or the yogis in hidden caves. Legends saying they'd step out of one shadow and into another, like walking through a portal. They didn't have equations, but they felt it. A crack in the air, a hum in the earth. When the veil thinned and the worlds touched, they called it grace or fate or the hand of something bigger. You felt it too, haven't you? That electric shiver when disaster blinks away, leaving you breathless but whole. These moments hit hard because they're loud. Not subtle nudges, but thunderclaps. Your coffee cup sliding an inch is a whisper. Dodging that truck is a roar. And it's not random chaos. It's a wake-up call. Your spirit's rising, flexing, pulling you through the storm to a new shore. The ancients saw it as a test. Survive the break, and you're reborn. Science sees it as a glitch, reality bending under pressure. But they're both right. It's your flame burning brighter, cutting through the dark. What's wilder? It's not just survival. It's revelation. Those breakthroughs strip away the everyday mask. Work, bills, noise, and leave you raw, face to face with something vast. Maybe it's the quiet after the near miss, when you hear your own heartbeat like a drum. Maybe it's the clarity that floods in, like a lighthouse cutting the fog. You're not the same after that. You can't be, because once reality cracks, you see the pieces, and you realize you're the one holding the hammer. This is your power showing itself. Not in theory, not in small steps, but in flashes that shake you awake. You've dodged the crash. You've felt the surge. You've stood in the wreckage and found your footing. That's not luck. That's you breaking through. And if you can do it once, you can do it again, not just when the storm hits, but when you choose to call it. So what's next? Taking all these pieces, signs, tools, breakthroughs, and weaving them into something unstoppable. That's where we're headed. Those breakthroughs aren't the finish line. They're the starting gate. You've seen the cracks, felt the storm, grabbed the wheel. Now you know reality isn't fixed, it bends to your spark. This journey we've been on together, it's not about landing somewhere final. It's about waking up, again and again, to the truth that you're the one shaping the horizon. Let's pull it all together. Those odd moments, your keys in the wrong spot, that déjà vu shiver, they're not glitches. They're signals. Your consciousness isn't just watching. It's creating. The collective hum out there, society, culture, it's shifting because people like you are shifting. And those tools, visualizing your light, choosing joy, taking one small step, they're not theories. They're your power right now. When reality cracks open, it's not chaos. It's your spirit rising, saying, I'm here. You're not just a wave in the ocean. You're the tide turning. So what's next? Keep going. Don't wait for the next big break. Make it happen. Today, try one thing. Picture that brighter you. Feel it in your bones. Then do something small. Smile at a stranger. Write down a dream. Breathe deep for a minute. Watch the ripples spread. Science says your brain rewires with every choice. Spirituality says your soul unfolds with every step. They're both telling you you're not done. You're just beginning. This isn't the end, it's a doorway. The horizon's wide open, and every moment's a chance to step through. You're awake now more than ever. That spark inside is a fire waiting to blaze. So take it with you. Shape your world. Lift the collective. Be the change you've been chasing. If this journey lit something up in you, hit that like button. It's a nod to the spark we're sharing. Subscribe and ring the bell, because there's more to explore together. Drop a comment. Tell me your story, your shift, your light. Let's keep this fire growing. For now, take a breath, feel that pulse inside, and step toward your next horizon. You've got this. I'll see you out there.